Hello everyone, today I want to talk about Christianity and politics among the Nagas of Nagaland. The church on one hand says that politics is morally wrong, but also on the other hand involves itself in politics. What might be the reason here? Let me simplify Naga history and elaborate this. The first Naga nationalist political organization of Nagaland, the NNC, Naga National Council, had a very good relationship with the church, that is the Baptist Church, because of two reasons. The first was the NNC leaders were very much evangelical Christians, and the second thing was the NNC leaders were very much against the Indian government, which the church was also against. And so the Indian government, in order to push against the NNC, gave statehood to Nagaland in 1963, and that is how the Indian government could exercise its power in Nagaland. And so this is the first phase of the church relationship with politics in Nagaland, where the church was against the state government. Now, at one point of time in history, the NNC broke apart and NSCN was formed, Nationalist Socialist Council of Nagaland. One of the characteristics of NSCN was that they were all, again, very much evangelical Christians. They had gun in one hand, Bible in one hand, and they went about evangelizing people. But another thing that the NSCN had was that they were experimenting themselves with this idea known as communism, which the church was very much against, because the American evangelicals were very much against this idea of communism. And that is how the Naga Baptist Church was very much against this idea of communism. And that is how the relationship between the church and the Naga National Political Organization broke apart. And that is how the church wanted to mend its relationship with the state government. So this is the second phase, where the church relationship with the Naga Nationalist Political Organization broke apart and the church tried to mend its relationship with the state government. Now, the church in Nagaland cannot directly involve itself in politics because NSCN was an organization which was trying to involve itself directly in politics. And the church wanted to differentiate itself from the NSCN because, again, the NSCN was also very much an evangelical Christian body. And so that is how the church refrained itself from directly involving itself in politics. And that is something which we can see till today. But also at the same time, the church, in a way, always indirectly involved itself in politics. Let me give you one example. The clean election movement. What is the clean election movement? It's a movement against certain kind of party, certain kind of individual. And so the church today is still involved itself in politics, and that is the dynamics of how the church involved itself in politics in Nagaland. If you have any questions, put it in the comments section. I'll address it in the upcoming reels.